Bygones is back and better than ever. It is the kinetic adaptive frame pulse rifle that you get from Gambit, and it has some pretty wild perks, and it makes an adaptive actually good, which is something that I don't say much about adaptive pulse rifles. So here I'm testing recoil way too close at this wall, but you can see kind of how it drifts on each version that I test. And while I will be showcasing all of them in the background, I will let you know right now that the best version of Bygones is no recoil barrel with a counterbalance or a recoil barrel with counterbalance. You either want that 84 or that 99 recoil. You do not want that base 69. You do not want the 79. It feels good at 84, 99, and 100. Those are the ones I recommend. So, with that being said, let's talk about the perks on this weapon. Let's get started with PvE. The first thing I see is shoot to loot kinetic trimmers. That's a go-to for a lot of people. Go for that if you want it. Also in this column we have subsistence, which I used to not recommend on these weapons, but pulse rifles got a damage buff, so they feel really good now. So subsistence kills a lot quicker, so you can get that subsistence. Subsistence Firefly, really good. Firefly gets the kill, proc subsistence, reloads the gun, so good for killing trash tier ads. And then we also have Demo Firefly, which was previously only available on mostly raid weapons, but most notably was Spider from Rain, which shares the adaptive frame and the kinetic slot. But Demo Firefly on this is very unique. You don't have to do a raid for it, so that's definitely a role that I would look out for. So with that being said, first column, we got shoot to loot, demo, subsistence. Those are all really good. And then final column, we have kinetic trimmers. Desperate measures is also something that we don't see often. I mean, one, it's new, but two, we just don't see it on kinetic weapons. So that's a really good damage perk. We have Frenzy, if you're into that, on an adaptive pulse rifle. Firefly, and yeah, really juiced perk pool. This weapon has a lot of perks, so it does become difficult to narrow down what you want. Gambit just got done with like bonus rep, so hopefully whenever that comes back you can grind out that rep so you can focus into one. But let's talk about the Crucible now. In column 1, Lone Wolf is a perk here. I've been talking about it in the past few weapon reviews. It's great. Rangefinder is something I actually do not like on this weapon, so I'm gonna have to go with either Perpetual Motion or Zen Moment. Personally, I would go Zen Moment just because I hate the bounce of pulse rifles. Sometimes it's just really wonky for some reason and it pisses me off, so I'd recommend that. And then next up we're going to be talking about the perks that you want in that final column, which are going to be mostly kill perks because adaptives sit at a base 0.93, which isn't competitive, so we need to boost that damage. Alright, so base 0.93 is 6 head, 1 body. If we get a kill and proc kill clip, we are looking at a 0.6, which is 4 head, 2 body on 10 Resilience Guardians, or a 0.53 at 5 crits on 9 or lower Resilience Guardians. So kill clip, definitely a way to go. I don't recommend Headseeker on adaptives. I love Headseeker on every single pulse rifle other than adaptives. This is the one that it doesn't feel good to me. That aim assist is nice, and when you pair that with Lone Wolf, it can be really good with even more aim assist, but not for me, not recommending it. Desperate measures, you get 1 kill, you go to a 0.6, so that right there is already really good. You get that melee kill, you go to a 0.53 on 4 or lower Resilience Guardians, and if you manage to get 2 melee kills, you're looking at a 0.53 across the board. 5 crits to tier 10 to tier 2, and then 4 crit 1 body to tier 1 and lower. That's pretty good. Desperado is a unique one because somehow it used to be a fantastic perk and now is horrible. You go from a 0.93 to a 0.73 when you have Desperado activated, which requires a precision final blow, which is just a lot of work for nothing. High ground, however, all you have to do is be slightly above the enemy and you go to a 0.6. And I really don't have a ton of footage of this weapon because I, for one, couldn't get a kill clip roll, didn't care to try out a Desperado roll, and didn't get a Desperate Measures roll, so that pretty much just left me with having footage of a high ground roll, which feels really good whenever it works. I notice that high ground just sometimes, even whenever I'm above the enemy, it feels like it doesn't activate, and I'm not really sure why, but if you can get it to activate, it goes to a 0.6, and it feels really good when it works. I just have a hard time getting it to activate, and that could just be me playing like potato because I'm not used to using these kinds of weapons. So yeah, sorry that the footage is repeated. I didn't have a lot of time to play Gambit to grind this out because I have worked this entire week of reset. I haven't got to do Garden of Salvation. I haven't got to do the dungeon again. I literally have only done comp to get my deadlock and then did a couple games of Gambit to try and get one roll of this to review with high ground. And I got one. It wasn't a great roll. But I do want to quickly talk about barrels and mags. So for your barrel, I would go small bore so you can get stability and range. And then I would say go high cal instead of ricochet. I know you're not getting that extra 10 stability, but whenever you have high cal, you get flinch. And because this thing starts off at a base CTK of 0.93, having that extra flinch is going to make it a lot easier to win your ones. That being said, if you prefer the recoil direction of 99 or 100 and you end up getting arrowhead, that's fine. You can do that because just arrowhead alone takes you to 99. You're just going to be losing out on that range. So I go with a range masterwork. And if you are sitting at 99, you can use something like ballistics on the weapon. So ballistics is going to take you to a 69 stat with arrowhead, which I think is really good. But if you're not going to use arrowhead, I definitely say go small bore and then no ballistics, just go counterbalance so you can sit at a nice 84 in that 70 range with high cal. Pretty good. And I'm a big fan of this weapon. I want to use it more. I hope I get a better roll to talk about because yeah, I didn't really get a good one. I got sub high ground, which was the one that I got I think like 22 kills with in total. And then of course I had like a firefly roll, and honestly I couldn't tell you what the other one was. It was so bad I don't even think I used it in the video, but I did use the firefly roll a little bit and wasn't a big fan just because it didn't feel like it was doing a whole lot. But anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to hit that like button if you're new, consider subscribing, and click the notification bell so you know if I would make new videos, because we're on that grind right now, trying to get as many videos out about these new weapons as possible for you guys. This one's definitely worth playing Gambit for. I'm going to be playing Gambit the next time I am able to, and there's either double rep or double drop. Thank you guys so much for watching. Roll the outro.